whatever Alex said to me, whatever he did, the only thing Poe says is that he insulted me. He never tells us what the insult was. He never tells us what he did. But my family motto is, no one attacks me without punishment. Now, one of the words I gave you is the word impunity. It means to punish and get away with it. Now, I'm going to punish this guy right here, and I am going to get away with it. And if you'll notice, there are 3 other adults in the room, and they're not going to say a word. Okay? Come here, Alex. Yeah. What I need to have you guys do, you stand right over here. What I need to have you guys do is look through this story through the eyes of somebody who's going to direct it. Do you understand me? You'll be a film director now. You'll be a stage director. Now, I want to show you revenge. But it's not revenge the way you think. In our day and age, because we're not very creative anymore, and I'm serious about that, we would walk up, and I would shoot Alex in the head, and his skull would splatter across the wall, and everybody in the audience would go, "Ooh!" That cannot suck enough, kids. That is not creative. That's special effects. Now, Poe did his special effects with this. So did Alfred Hitchcock. So did the great writers. The great writers. Why do you think you like Harry Potter? Because Rowling touches your imagination. Same thing with Twilight. Imagination. There are no werewolves. There's no vampires. All that stuff about witches and witchcraft and demons, it's mythology. Unfortunately. All right? Look at this disgusting person. All right? So he and I are out one night, and I happened to run into him at the carnival. See, that was me running into you. Don't claim I hit you. All right? Now, I walk up, he and I are in costume, and we are wearing masks, and it is at dusk, just as the sun begins to set. So if you've ever been out, you know that it's hard to tell things. Notice the mask. Isn't that appropriate?
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Now, here we are. I walk up to him, and I say, "Fortunato, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. I like you. It's good to see you." I take him and I move him to this side because I'm left-handed, and I want to take him to my house. So when you want to deceive somebody, what's the first thing you do? Now you think deviously now. This is going to be hard for some of you. You need to think like a criminal. What?
Get them away from other people.
You get them away from the
Very stylish.
Good look for you.
Now, motley means wildly dressed, a variety of colors. Most of the time, the colors don't match. Now, I want this. I truly want the Hollister to show here.
Oh, yeah.
We want to be styling,
I'm
and
allowed to get
Fortunato, you all just keep him drunk. Why do I want to keep him drunk?
so if you talking earlier.
You won't know what I'm doing. You won't understand what I'm talking. Turn around and face the crowd. Just keep facing that crowd. All right, Austin, question.
How's it? Is it 4 feet deep or 7 feet tall?
It's 7 feet tall, and depth would be from where my back to right here. All right, that's depth. Here's width. Here's height. The depth means how deep it is. Do you follow me now?
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody else get that?
Yeah.
It's important that you do, because this little area, this is where the wine is. I've lured him here with the idea of drinking a very famous bottle of wine called Amantillado, but I have the Amantillado stored here. It has to be kept very cool. And there is granite around this area. So not only is this thing here, for those of you that have granite countertops at home, you know how tough those are, how strong those are? Okay, they're also sound. Now get it now. All right. Austin, can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want you to start reading. Amy, you're going to want it this way. We're going to go. Start reading, Austin.
Okay. At the most remote end of the crypt, there appeared another less spacious. Its walls had been lined with human
Don't be afraid,
remains
Amy.
piled to the vault overhead, in the fashion of the great catacombs of Paris. Three sides of this interior crypt were still ornamented
Okay, stop.
in this manner.
Keep going.
From the fourth, the bones had been thrown down and lay promiscuously on the earth, forming at one point a mound of some size. Within the wall thus exposed by displacing of the bones were perceived a still interior recess, in depth about 4 feet, and width 3, in height 6 or 7.
Very good. Now,
Okay.
the idea behind the plot line is to show the kids what a story looks like, especially from Edgar Allan Poe's perspective, so that they can picture the action of the story and the plot as it carries through. That's why I draw the entire story on the board. At the end of the story, I like to build a wall in front of one of the students so the kids get the actual effect of what happened at the end of the story. That seems to be in the final 5 paragraphs of Cask of Amantillado, where kids get the most confused. They don't realize exactly what took place. So putting a kid between a bookcase and a wall and using cardboard boxes to build the wall in front of them while one of the kids reads the last few paragraphs helps them understand the end of the story.